Right. Awesome. So we're recording. Hi, guys. And
Hi.
huge apologies for the delay. Interestingly, all of the crappy stuff shows up when you're about to do something that's going to be fun, that's interesting, that might just be a little potent, that might change things for you. And so that is the day when my kids are going to be home, when the cook is not going to show up, she's going to have a toothache. And then all of these things happen, and then the computer is going to conk off. You won't be able to hear the audio. But are you still willing to go on? Are you willing to be judged for it? Are you still willing to have fun? And how many times have you allowed that to stop you from creating? Wondering if people are going to judge you, wondering I didn't start at the right time, wondering if there's something wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. That's the way it is. And the judgment is going to make you money. So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate?
Please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, podpog, online shorts, boys and beyonds. All right. So today's call is on bodies. And I've been playing with bodies and my body, really, not with other bodies much, except probably one person. But yeah, so I've been asking a lot of questions. And, I always have the point of view that a body thing is something I don't think I can do. There was huge judgment around the topic of, and people would ask me, can you do something, a call series on weight, on body? And I said, no, I don't think that's for me. Till recently, I started becoming aware of how people have started complimenting me on my body, how people have started contributing to my body, and I'm like so grateful. I started including my body in all of my creations, and how that has changed things is something I had not acknowledged till till recently, till very very recently. You could say like a few days back. Okay. And I have today with me two of my beautiful friends. If you saw the poster, these gorgeous women, Joan and Puneet, and they have been a huge, huge contribution in ways that I probably wouldn't be able to put in words. But we'll talk about it on the call. And it's very interesting that the moment this thought came up in my head, whether it was a thought or awareness, it was more like, oh, I would like to have these two on a call and know how they communicate with bodies. And interestingly, I was sharing with Joan day before yesterday, because till day before yesterday, they didn't know we were going to be on a call. I didn't know. And I was like, they just texted me at the same time as I was about to call each one of them. And we were like, let's do this. And Joan has designed dresses for me. Puneet told me stuff about how to, I don't even want to say the word makeup, really. She is amazing with how you do up your face with makeup, actually. And it's interesting how each one of us has a gift with bodies, how we play with bodies and how we communicate with bodies in ways that we don't acknowledge at all. We don't see it as a gift. And Vandy's here too. I am so grateful, Vandy, because she is also a huge transformationist, I would say. I would like to call you girls transformationists. So what powers and potencies of transformation do you girls have, and boys, if boys choose to be on this call or listen to it, that you haven't acknowledged, that you never considered was a gift, that you never thought could contribute to other bodies? And did you consider that that could make you money too? No. And money in business is a huge thing for me. I love it. And I love to play with business and money. And now to include the body in it, I wonder how much fun would that be? So everything that this conversation brought up for you guys, everything that does not allow this to be total fun, everything that does not allow you to ask questions, everything that does not allow you to laugh at the silly things I say and the silly things you say, everything that does not allow you to say silly things, will you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, podpok, online shorts, boys and beyonds. All right, so let's talk about clothing and dressing bodies up, and let's see what Joan has to say about it. These gorgeous dresses that she's designed for me. And I know I love to talk, and before I start asking Joan questions, I want to tell you guys that So I went to Goa and she made me try these dresses, which were like, so I put them on and I was like, no, not really. And one of them was like, wow. And then I said, let me try the other one again. And then I tried the other one again. And it was, my body just went, wow. And then the one that I was saying, no, this is totally not for me. I put that again, put that on again. And I was like, hey, this is totally for me, you know? And it was just like my body went wow, like if you can actually see the energy of my body going wow right now, just reliving that moment. It was amazing. I had never experienced that before, and honestly, even when I got back, you normally don't say back, you go forward, but when I got those dresses and I was trying them on, it was again an energy of judgment, which was not there when I was trying it on in front of her. Okay. So I wonder what that capacity is, Joan, that you have. And God has only, I've just put one of them on, and how much acknowledgement and I wonder how much money is coming in now. But how much acknowledgement have I received for that? I can't tell you. It's like not only from family, from friends, from people who've seen me in that dress in the pictures. And it's amazing how it's still contributing. So why I'm telling you this is that start looking at how you dress up your body and how much judgment you have of your body when you think you're wearing something or dressing your body up in something, even eating for that matter, that you were not supposed to, that you were not allowed to, particularly when you were growing up and people said, oh, this is not for you. Right? Mute you guys who have background noise, but others who don't have background noise are. I'd love to have you guys unmute yourselves and talk. So tell me, Joan, how much joy does it give you to dress bodies up, and what does dressing mean to you, and what do you do when you're designing? Tell me what gift you have with dressing up bodies and designing and fabrics.
I love to dress bodies. That is so beautiful to adorn any body with my dresses. I mean, I get a real high, and it's brought me so much of joy. I gave it up for a little while in between, and I came back to it because I absolutely
Forward.
enjoy.
You came forward to it.
Forward. I came forward to it. I came forward.
Yeah.
And dressing up bodies is certain bodies like certain fabrics, certain bodies like something else, and most of the time, let me tell you, most of the bodies don't know what they like, don't want to know what they like.
That's just like me.
Yes, they don't want to know what they like.
Yeah.
And when you wear it, you have this, I've noticed in people, this sudden change. Yeah. And then they go back into judgment, and it's like, no, I don't think I can do this. No, I don't think this, and I don't think that. And no, I think I'm too fat for it. That comes across a lot. Yeah. But when I design something, it's the energy of the person. If I'm designing particularly for a person, it's the energy of the person. Of course, you have to consider what occasion and for what use and all those kind of things. But yes, I would always consider the energy of the person. And if the person is trying to hide something, I would like that person to acknowledge and, at least get that little bit of spark, what they enjoy out.
Yeah. What do you mean when you say that trying to hide something?
Most often or not, people dress like, if they are going out to work, they have that certain protocol that if they need to wear corporate or something, they have that kind in mind. And they are hugely, no, I got to wear this to work, so I can't do a sleeveless, I can't do this, I can't do that. I hear so many of I can'ts.
Yeah.
That even if you're doing a sleeveless, what you're doing, you're just showing your arm. Maybe sometimes for someone like me, I absolutely do not like sleeves. So I just, people constricting themselves, is a thing that they have to. And I said, wouldn't you be more comfortable? Of course, I didn't talk to them like, wouldn't your body be more comfortable? Wouldn't you be more comfortable? And then it was, yes, I would be. But I have all these men in the office and I have to be like this and I have to be like that. So that is something so huge with people. It's amazing.
It's not amazing.
And then when it sucks big time, big time. But the amount is amazing.
I know, like when you can see how gorgeous they can look and what change it can create in their lives, and then they go like I was being that. I know I was being that energy. And in fact, like I said, even when I got those dresses, remember when I texted you, I was like, this is not fitting here properly, and this is looking like that. It was not that it was revealing. It was more that my body had changed also, by the way, by the time I was trying them on again. And for a long time, I just put them in. I was like, I'm not going to look at them. I'm going to wear them at the right moment, at the appropriate time, till I went, hey, stop. So I get what you're saying about how people judge their bodies so much. And what you were talking about, what they want to hide. Please carry on. Tell us more.
So what happens is that most people don't trust their own judgment. They don't, not their own awareness, rather to say.
Yeah, in terminology.
Yeah. And if they come along with a friend or a husband or a boyfriend or something of that sort, if there's one person also along with them, they probably wear the dress and say, yeah, I'm looking good. And you just feel happy. If something is meant for you, it's meant for you. You know it's spot on. Like, yes, this is going to work for me. Most people know. But they'll come out and like, oh, is this all right? They require someone else's opinion.
Validation,
yes. Okay, validation, yes.
acknowledgement,
And
validation.
if it's a husband or boyfriend, if they say, oh, you're looking fantastic, it's then I notice the change.
Yeah.
All right, then it is, I will take it.
Yeah. I've seen that at shopping malls, how when you're standing in trial rooms, so there'll be these mostly women or children, they'll walk out and they'll try this new dress, and even if there's that spark in the eye that they like that dress, if it's a little too revealing or if it's a little too tight or if it's expensive, okay, any of these three things, I think, if there's more, I don't know, and the spouse or the parent will go, mm, 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 like that. No. And I can see it. I'm like, I'm so tempted to tell them you're looking lovely. And no, but they're looking at that other person. I know it's for the validation. Have you guys seen that? Check it out next time when you're near trial rooms.
I've seen so much of that. I've seen so much of that.
Yeah, and that's
like they will, people choose. Yes, that sucks big time.
Yeah.
Big time, because I know I can see the person and I can look and see how gorgeous they're looking, or how they, because sometimes a certain dress brings out a certain thing in you and you are all that.
True.
I don't have words to explain.
You're being you then.
You're just like, yes, this is me kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you're being you.
Yeah.
And they know it, but when they probably step out, go back.
Yeah,
I've seen that so often.
Right, that's so awesome. That's brilliant. Thank you. What so yeah, so you guys have any questions on that? That is actually a huge thing. And we were talking about, like, I've been noticing how my body puts on weight or other people's bodies puts on weight, and there's this series of calls that I'm coming up with, which is called Lose the Weight and Gain the Money. And it just wanted to be called that. We don't know what we're going to be talking about there, but what if you could, like, the whole thing about what Joan is also talking about is so much entrainment, so much judgment of your body. And even this looking at other people for validation rather than acknowledging, oh, is my body happy? Like, do you ask your body, would you like to wear this? Body, would this create money for us? Right. Body, would our life expand if we wear this? And you don't even need to go to all of these questions. You probably just know because your body starts to sing. But are you willing to hear your body sing? or not. Or you don't even know when it's singing. Oh, I'm a bathroom singer, so I don't sing very well. So forget about the body thing. Everything that is, everywhere you've not acknowledged your body, everywhere you've not acknowledged when it's giving you that information, when it's telling you this is what is going to contribute to you. Will you please destroy and uncreate all of that unconsciousness and eye consciousness and unawareness that you have bought, paid for, and are still paying for, and are still not willing to let go? With totally everything that is right, wrong, good, bad, pot, online shorts, boys, and beyonds. Right. So I noticed how Joan was doing it. Like we went to all of these different stores in Goa, and each time I would wear something, she would be like, "Yeah, that." And before I stepped out, I knew which one she was going to say yes to and which one she was going to say no to. It was this beautiful energy of being in communion with the creation of dressing up the body. And I think she has a huge sense of no judgment, where bodies are concerned, because I've seen the way she dresses up too. And she was sharing some stuff with me while we were there. It's amazing how she has no judgment of the body at all. And when you are in the presence of no judgment, actually, like if you have been in classes where people have been in no judgment of you, if you've been to people who have cut your hair or dressed up your body or made you up when they didn't have a judgment of you, like an instant thing is when you walk into a beauty salon, huh? The thing, in fact, there's a video on YouTube on it also. They'll start telling you what's wrong with your skin, what's wrong with your hair, how you should be using that product. And that is so much judgment that I never wanted to go to these salons. Have you noticed that? That's the way they sell their products. That's the way they tell you, your skin is so dry, you need to buy this, you're not using the right conditioner. And I noticed that when I started taking my girls for haircuts, my daughters, I would get all defensive because I knew when this person was projecting judgment. And when I was a kid, that was done to me. It stayed with me. I started wronging how, oh, you should bleach your face. The bleach is not working. Try this. You have so much hair on your body. Blah, blah. You're so fat. Your arms are too thick. So you don't know where all of these judgments are coming from. People are just throwing it at you to judge you, to limit you, or to sell their products. But everywhere you go, there's a wrongness. And particular now, so then when you actually work with a person who's doing you up, in the sense dressing up your body, or putting makeup on you, or cutting your hair, or even massaging your body, if that person has no judgment of you, have you noticed the difference that your body sings? Again, I would say it's more relaxed, more peaceful, more joyful. But then again, when you come back into the same settings of your house or the work, like Joan was saying, when you go, like people are going to judge me when I'm going to go to work if my arms are showing or whatever. You kind of tend to buy into that judgment. You make it real, and the next day you're standing in front of the mirror and saying, oh, I'm too fat, oh, this is wrong with my body, oh, my hair is not good enough, oh, I'm losing hair here, blah, blah. How many of you have done that? No, none of you have done that, right? You're on the wrong call, guys. So everything that is, we need to try and create it all. You notice, it's very important for you guys to know that the first thing is to let go of all judgment of your body. And that is the tricky thing to do. Wendy, you had a question. I'm sorry, you had your hand raised for have your hand raised for a very long time. You want to say something?
That's okay. I can wait.
You can
It's a very
stop right now. Everywhere you're willing to wait and not create, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
yeah. But what you guys were talking about is exactly what's coming up in my makeovers. I've done now, a handful of makeovers, and
I saw the
hiding
pictures.
mission, all these things where
You
you're
just
talking about
acknowledge it.
shop, all these things that are coming up. I literally had one of the people who are doing a makeover with me. I took her to the mall. I went with her to the mall, and it was incredible. We had to put our barriers down outside every other store. And I was like, dude, what is that about? What is that about? And wherever we felt that there was even a barrier from the people within the store, it is something people perceive all the time.
Of course.
So it's all, yeah, it's incredible. Like the revelations I've had is like, oh my fucking Lord. And to the point that I had somebody tell me, like, am I allowed to look good every day?
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, dude, you are. I mean, whose permission do you need? You need your own permission? Do you need somebody else's permission? And I was almost in tears when I heard this person who looked so gorgeous, and mind you, everybody did. And she goes, first 1.5 hours were only clearing instead of doing makeup techniques
You
and all
don't
that.
need to clear much, Vandy. You just need to start laughing. Your giggle clears everything. Did you know that?
Yeah, but you got a good giggle too, huh?
So that's
Yes,
exactly, yeah.
amazing.
You want to say something more? That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. That was really awesome. And in fact, one thing I'd like to do, if you want to try that, is interestingly, every time I would walk into a trial room, like you pick up these clothes, you walk into a trial room and you start putting them on, and you're like, no, I'm fat. Ow, I need to lose weight. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Like 9 out of these 10 clothes are not looking nice on me. Do you ever consider all the energies that are there in the trial room of all the other people who just tried out clothes before you?
Yeah.
And are
That's
you aware of buying into that shit? It's yours.
yes.
But
That is
before I walk
totally.
into a trial room now, I've taught my children to like clear away the projections, expectations, clear away the decisions, judgments, conclusions, and then go and try. And the next time we went and tried, we picked the ones that we liked, and 4 out of 5 we bought and we wore. So many
Yeah.
times earlier before that, I walked into a store, picked out 20 garments, probably just bought one or none because none of them fit, none of them look nice on me, and there was huge judgment of the body. But then it's like, okay, whose judgment is it? And everybody's standing there in front of the mirror saying, I'm fat, I'm big, I'm small. You guys are not aware, are you? Yeah, but
Yes, most of the time it's that way. I've noticed most women will always say, if they are like heavy on the hip, that would be the biggest thing. It's like, I'm heavy on the hip, but they will not say like, I've got a nice chest line, I've got nice arms, I've got great legs. No.
But you can
Yeah.
probably balance well when you're having sex, right?
Have sex with yourself first.
So that is not a conversation we're going to have on this call. Sex is not allowed. No sex talk, girls.
So it would be so nice if somebody would first acknowledge, yes, these things are so great in me, and then do whatever you need to. However, you need to test yourself up.
Awesome. So awesome. So Randy shared a few tools here, like talking about all the judgments, projections, expectations, be the energy of no judgment. And if you know somebody like Joan, who is an energy of no judgment with bodies, please tap into that person's energy. I'm going to have that.
Yes, please do.
But don't tell people that. Okay, you can go to her for clothing or not, or I'm going to make all the money because I'm going to be buying a lot of dresses from her. I already have, and I'm going to buy more. So what else is possible, right? So that is something on dressing, and we have another awesome person on the call, Puneet, who looks gorgeous in everything. Like on one of the calls she was doing with me, she went off to sleep. Okay. And by God, you could have seen how beautiful she looked even when she was sleeping. Like she just slept off. And I always used to watch all these Bollywood movies where the actress is sleeping and you want the guy to come and admire you. Oh my God, those Meena Kumari movies? No, you don't look like Meena Kumari, Puneet. You look way more gorgeous. But I'm just saying that those are the fantasies we have. And then, I don't know, you do a lot of shit with fantasies. Like try to make your body look like fantasies, but not acknowledge that probably you are someone's fantasy that you haven't acknowledged. Right? So everywhere you haven't acknowledged that your body is already someone else's fantasy and how you can make money of that. Would you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah, everybody should go
Come
blonde.
on, guys. Unmute yourselves if you're laughing. Let's hear it. Right or wrong, good and bad, porn, pork, online shorts, boys and girls. You didn't laugh at my joke. We totally didn't acknowledge what I was complimenting her on. She just kept on telling her story. I told her I saw those makeovers and they were awesome, but she just did not hear it. She probably might hear it in the recording. But this is the place where we don't acknowledge ourselves. We don't acknowledge the body that we have. It's too heavy on the hips, too big on the chest. All right. There are people who like heavy butts. There are people who like big boobs. There are people who like the hair that you have. You are somebody's fantasy. No, but you wouldn't acknowledge that. So let's talk to the other gorgeous women. All of you are gorgeous women here. So you're free to talk about whatever fantasy you have if you want. Or let's hear Puneet talk about how she does makeovers. She's into clothing and makeup too. And I got a beautiful making over tip call from her. And that was awesome. In fact, my girls are saying, hey, did Puneet teach you that too? You know, once I was doing up my face, I was like, well, okay. So what do you know about bodies, Puneet? Let's hear that.
You, Shweta, for all those kind compliments. Yeah,
Oh no, they
I
were awesome
received them.
compliments and you just made them only kind. Wow, awesome receiving. Those were mind blowing compliments. You want some more? I could give you more. They were not only just kind. Look at how she's downplaying it. How many of you downplay when people compliment you? Do you receive
I
it?
used to do it all the time.
How many of you? All of you on mute? You can raise your
Can
hand.
you hear me? What? I'm
You
raising
guys
my
have
hand.
just joined in. All of you have joined in now, and we're talking about bodies. So you can put up your questions on bodies. Okay, Puneet, let's hear you.
Just last weekend, I want to like share something with you guys. Last weekend, I was in Amritsar for a friend's wedding. I was there for 4 days. So it's always like everyone knows, okay, she is like a makeup artist. So I had the bride's friends, asking for do this for us. And I'm always very happy because more than like applying makeup on my face, more than that, I enjoy talking to people
Yeah.
and bonding over makeup. I always say like, that's like,
Wow.
bonding over makeup. And I saw so many beautiful girls, you know, who kept thinking that this is wrong with my body, this is wrong with me and my hair, and this is, I mean, some, a few, I just had, tears in my eyes because they were like gorgeous looking people.
Yeah.
Instead of saying all, their assets, they would just focus on their thinning hair, probably. Yeah. And I just felt sad and yeah. So bodies, as in access we hear it all the time, they love to be lusted after.
Oh no, you're not supposed to talk about lust and sex. I just told you that. Okay, just kidding. Yeah, bodies like to be lusted after, but we wouldn't let people lust after you. You can't let people lust
So
after you.
as I'm like
Yeah.
slowly, going into the allowance.
Slowly, take your time.
So as
Take your
yes,
time.
as
Take your
you
time.
you know as you earlier said, it's not about the perfect techniques
Mm.
because it's not even about applying like 20 products on your face.
True.
Many a times I say my body just goes happy sometimes, even
Yeah.
if I apply a lipstick, and I look much different than just that change of my lip color because my body feels happy at that time. And also, as you were like, I do clothing too. I do custom made Indian and Western wear. So many a times, I always say if it's a new client, I would want them to try the new dress or the first dress when I'm present
Yeah.
because it's always different. Like when I'm there, I don't know like what changes.
Oh, you don't know what changes.
What changes? What
You
changes?
don't
I
know
said.
that. You don't see the transformation. You don't see how their body sings. You don't know which costume would look good on who.
Sometimes it probably not that I consciously do anything, probably it's just my admiration because I see beauty in everyone. Like as a kid, I remember once like I had this friend and by the Indian standards she was not as pretty like people thought. But I remember another friend asked about her that how does she look like. I said she's dusky, very beautiful. I remember using those words, and now I can look back. Yeah. And later on, okay, so later on, that friend saw the other friend I was describing, and she's like, she's not beautiful, she's ugly. I mean, like, really? Like, do you think she's ugly? But now I can look back and I acknowledge it that I see beauty,
Yeah.
you know? It's not just.
Could I just clear that for you, please, for and for all the people here? So, all of you, how many points of views you have of what beauty is? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate on? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online, shorts, boys and girls. Everywhere you brought on this reality's point of view, what beauty is. And everywhere you've misidentified and misapplied beauty as beastly, like as in Beauty and the Beast, will you destroy and uncreate all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you're using skin color, complexion, weight, hair, clothing, anything outside of you as beautiful or not beautiful, which is a judgment or not. Is it a judgment? Come on, guys, it's a judgment. It's a judgment. It's a huge judgment. Everywhere that you're even going to, is this beautiful or not? Rather than looking at, like how Puneet was saying, just looking at the beauty of something. And you don't have to have done a lot of access classes to do that. You guys are doing it. That's exactly what I'm trying to bring to your awareness, is that you're doing it your way. It does not have to be. See, access gives you terminology so that you can put into words certain energies that probably are not even definable, so that you can convey it to someone else, so that other people can use it to change their lives. Even if you're not using the same terminology, doesn't mean that you're not being conscious. Like how you were saying, Puneet, that not consciously, of course consciously you're doing it. But how many definitions do you have of what conscious is and not what not conscious is? Everything that is what you destroy and create all. Right, wrong, online shows, boys and beyonds. And everywhere that you say, I don't know, you do know. That's why I'm saying, what do you know about your body? What if you started asking, what do I know about my body? What do I know about other bodies? And just starting to ask that question. Awareness shows up in very different ways. For you guys, it shows up as dressing people's bodies up. You're aware of how beautiful a person is. Skin color, complexion, weight. Does it ever matter? When you were friends with people when you were kids, and your parents would tell you, oh, don't go to that person's house, don't meet that girl because she stays in a different locality, because she has a different weird set of parents, or because she's dark, or because she's fat, or because she wears glasses, blah, blah. Would you ever listen? And I'm sure every one of you have heard those kind of things when you were kids. Yes or no?
Yeah, that was like...
Oh, she wears dresses that are too short. Don't go meet her. She's not a nice girl. Or that boy, he's going around with too many girls. Or whatever, related to bodies or whatever, where you would judge people, or you were aware that people were judging them, like how Puneet was saying that this girl was judged because she was dark complexion. Now, how does complexion define whether someone's beautiful or not? How many definitions of beauty and beautiful would you have to hold that in place?
Yeah.
So that is entrainment. And if it comes from parents or people that cared for you, then you don't want to let it go. But unfortunately, when you're judging others, you're judging yourself too. You don't want to be that. So remember the first question on the challenge that I put up on bodies. What body are you resisting being? Remember that if you guys have seen it. What is the body that you resist being? And whatever body it is that you're resisting being is what you might end up creating or come to the edge of creating. So if it's fat that you're resisting, you might come to the brink of creating that. If it's crippled, for example, this will give you a better picture. Supposing you're resisting being a crippled body or a paraplegic body, somebody you see in a wheelchair and you say, I don't want to be that. God forbid, someday if you have an accident and if you're not in resistance to that energy, if you're willing to be any kind of body, you will never be that body. But if you're in resistance to it, you might end up being crippled. See? So if you're resisting being an ugly body, a dark body, or a pear-shaped body, or an aged body, or someone with less hair, someone with more hair on the hands or the body or wherever, all of that you just end up creating because your energy is focused on that. I'm sorry, Puneet, I took it away from you. Let's just clear that and let's hear more on what you have to say on body. So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shows, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you're resisting, judging anybody, which includes your body, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Thank you, guys. I love your comments here. Right, Puneet. So tell me, what else are you aware of when you are telling people? Because I've only done a makeup session with you, so we're talking about how you dress up bodies and how I think all three of them, Joan, Vandy, and Puneet, are saying the same thing of how when they're dressing up people, people come with all sorts of judgments. There's so much of looking for validation. We dress up so people will call us beautiful. So whose standards are we using to dress our bodies up? You know, the body has awareness of its own. And probably that is what these guys are tapping into, even though they think they don't know it. That's why I said, you know, you guys know way more than you think you do. You like downplay yourself so much. And that's not cool, okay? That's not being the change that you can be. If you dressing up bodies can change people's lives, can transform their realities, what if you started acknowledging that as a gift?
You
Yeah.
will do.
Yeah? So everywhere. And it's not only Joan, Vandy, and Puneet. What do you guys know? Each one of us knows something about the body. If you've been through something which wasn't very pleasant with the body, like sometimes, like I had a lot of acne when I was growing up, okay? When I was in college, I had this acne stuff going on for me, and I know how it felt. It was bad. I didn't want to see myself in the mirror. I didn't know whether it was ever going to be corrected or not. I never knew whether somebody's going to love me, whether I was going to be get married also or not, because I would have these scars on my face. You don't see any of it now, but when you're going through that, now what did that teach me? Probably to acknowledge when someone's going through that, to tell them that you can change this. So, how many of you have been through unpleasant experiences that you've solidified and use it as a reference point to judge your body now? And everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate all? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, online shorts, boys, and beyond. So we'll come back to this. Puneet, what else would you like to add to what you were saying? You're muted. You're muted. Wait. Okay, cool.
So I would say more than the techniques and more than the love for all the aesthetics and the details, I think when you're coming out of the judgment of your own body and the others, that is really the energy, which is the force behind all the creation. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as that becomes smaller in your world and you're more in allowance of yourself, how you look, and other people receive you differently, you know.
Totally.
Also, I've noticed that in your presence, they treat their own body also as different,
Yeah. Because you
and
have
which
to
is so
judge.
much fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, I want to ask something. I'm Natasha.
Hi, Natasha. Go on, ask.
Yeah, for me as a child, I lost my mom of cancer when I was very young.
Mhm.
So I never frankly liked being a woman. I didn't really like my body. I
Natasha,
did,
your voice is very unclear. Could you come closer to the mic or?
yeah, okay, now,
Yeah, but there's still an echo. Go on. Let's try this. Go on.
okay, I lost my mom of cancer when I was very young as a child. I really didn't like, frankly, being a woman. And growing up years, I never really liked makeup.
Okay.
But it's reality, yeah, I am a good looking girl. I have many people after me, but I really didn't like makeup or really didn't like dressing up. So, but after access, things have really changed. I like my body, I dress up more often.
Mhm.
But with this makeup, I'm still not very, how girls like makeup and they like putting lots of makeup before going out. And I don't really still like that. And I have dark circles and I keep judging myself.
Right. So, what does makeup mean to you?
Aha.
Yeah, in fact, that question really resonated with that. What does makeup mean to me? Being
Yeah.
plastic.
Yeah. What is it?
Being plastic, made up.
Made up. All right. Um. So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, online shorts, boys and beyonds. And how many points of views do you have of people who pretend to be something that they are not, which is actually the making up that they do, or when people tell stories, when they make up stuff, and you know they're lying. How aware are you? And you don't
Yeah.
that. Do you hate people who lie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, when we're talking makeup, I think Puneet could add more to that. But for me, makeup would not be applying, like she said, it's not like you're applying 20 products on your face to become something that you're not. What if
Yeah.
it was about dressing up your body to the extent that it likes, using the things that it likes, and not putting on anything on your face or body if it doesn't like it? Okay, so tell me, do you like to put deodorant or do you like to smell of perspiration?
No, I like deodorant.
Do you like good perfumes?
Yes.
All right, but then that's making up. Why do you not hate it? That doesn't smell like you. It smells like the perfume. The perspiration smells more like you. But would you rather have that, or would you rather have the deodorant and the perfume?
Yeah, deodorant.
Correct. Because and you choose the ones that work for you because each perfume would smell different for a different person. Is that correct?
Yes.
So making up for me would not be about putting different products on your face. And well, this is not a call about makeup or dressing up. It's just about what your body likes. But since you've asked the question, what if you started asking, okay, body, what would you like? What would you take me to the place where I could pick up the stuff that would work for you? Now, whether it's clothing, whether it's products that you put on your skin, whether even if it's just soap. So just for example, using a soap or using a body gel, which has a particular aroma, it's a particular brand, that's making up too.
Yeah.
Right. So do you realize that you have points of views of what making up is? Now, if I'm like how Puneet was saying, just putting on a lipstick or just putting on a little blusher or not, and some days I don't feel like and I don't do it. Some days my face doesn't want to have anything on. Some days my body wants to wear different clothing. Some days the shoes that I wear are going to be different. The bags that you carry could be different. And it could be the same too. Doesn't matter. Question is, what does your body like? But here, when we go into the points of views, I don't like making up. I have to start asking, okay, how many points of views do I have with this? And would putting on this thing on my body, whatever it is, whether it's just a lipstick, whether it's just a blusher, whether it's something else, those are the only three things I know of, by the way. Right. So I have now started to ask my body, which is led to which actually led to this session with Puneet, where she gave me like about 3, 4 different new products, which I'm now asking questions with, okay, buddy, where can we buy this stuff? Which brand would you like? Would you like to have this on your face or not? Right? Same with other stuff. But if you go into the point of view that, oh, this is something that is not me, I'm pretending to be somebody I'm not, then how much are you hiding? You don't have to do it. So are you really hiding?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So along with the points of views that you have about what making up is, um, which could be about stories, lies, and you not willing to be aware that you're aware that people make up stories. Now, when you go into allowance of what makeup is, then you'll also start to see clearly when people are doing that shit to you. Okay. So that is an added benefit because none of these tools work solely with one thing. You go start to look at one area of your life and magically everything else changes too.
Yeah.
If you're willing to let go of your points of views of what making up is, and be willing to be in allowance of whatever your body chooses or not. We see not choosing is also a choice. If my body doesn't want to choose putting on anything on my face one day, that's a choice too. So where have you guys decided that not choosing is not a choice?
Yeah.
Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Then, Natasha, are we going in the direction that's contributing to you, or you would like to
Yes,
ask?
yes, yes. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And there was another thing that I was going to address that I've forgotten, that I said that this is also there. What hiding? Hiding? Yeah, the money part of it, okay? So
Yeah.
this is another way that the money comes in. Now, when you want to hide, when you have points of views about how you dress up or how you don't put makeup on, now those are the judgments that you're piling on your body, and the weight, by the way, whether it's on your butts, whether it's on your tummy, wherever it is, if it's the added weight, could be the weight of judgment, something that you're not willing to receive. All right. That
Yeah.
then, if you started asking, okay, body, what would it take for this to make us money? Now, a lipstick that I put on, like the dress that I was talking about that I bought from June. Yeah. Now, when I wore that, I asked it, okay, is this going to contribute to my life? Are you going to make me money? Is it going to expand my life? And I did not get a yes or a no. It was just that my body did not want to get away from the mirror. I remember standing in front of her mirror in her room. You remember that, Joan? And I just didn't want to. And she kept telling me, I have heels. You want to try it with heels? I was like, no, I'm good. I'm happy. It was like that. So, everybody decided that awareness has to show up like a clear-cut yes or a clear-cut no. I don't get what a light is. I don't get what a heavy is, which are access consciousness tools. Your body has a different way of telling you what a yes and no is, what a light and heavy is. Ask your body, what's a yes? Body, what's a no? And then, yeah. And then the money, the attention is going to come, the money is going to come. You don't know how it's going to show up. But it will. People probably would notice you more if you wear like those kind of dresses. I've had people sending me texts with that picture saying, oh my God. Right? Personal text, okay? Not talking about Facebook likes. Clicking a picture, sending me a snapshot saying, wow. And that's expanding my life. I'm willing to receive the lust. I'm willing to receive the joy. I'm willing to receive whatever it is. And boy, my husband was like, whoa, are you going to wear that? I was like, yes. And then when I wore it, he was like, he didn't even say wow. He just went, how much?
Which speaks louder than the wow.
I know the people will have to see the video to see that expression because that wouldn't get recorded on the audio. But yeah, it was like it's a wow with the eyes, and that's the lust that your body likes. Okay, your body likes to be lusted after. Who just said that? Puneet said that, and she knows a thing or two about lust and resisting it and refusing it. And not that any of you have never seen lust. But what do you do? Okay, tell me this. Who asked this question? Natasha. Where are you, Natasha? Why are we not seeing your beautiful face?
Because
Make money, guys. Switch on your cameras. You're not going to get money if you don't have cameras on my calls, okay? You have to be willing to be seen. There.
I'm in the bedroom and my bed is in a very bad shape.
We don't mind. We're going to judge you. That's going to make you money.
Okay.
Hi, Renu. Right.
Okay,
so,
I'm here.
Yeah. So, where are you? I can't see you. Yeah. Now we see you. We don't see dead. All right. So, I forgot. Lal, just looking at you, I forgot. See everything I was going to say. Lust.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you guys do when somebody lusts after your body? When you see somebody looking at you with desire, maybe just a teeny bit. Now, not that any of you women know anything about that. No, you don't.
I don't like being lusted.
I know that.
I love it.
Who loves it? Ritu, you love it? Awesome. Who else loves it and who else resists it? So we're not going to give you a prize for that. It's just
doesn't matter.
It's just that if you're willing to be lusted after, you're allowing your body to be as magically beautiful as it is, irrespective of what people think beauty is. And you're having a nice time with your body. It's like, remember the time when you fell in love? If you guys are married or if you ever had an affair, the first few years or the first few months that you called love. And yeah, you called love. Yeah. So when that was happening, did you enjoy the attention and did you want to dress up your body and were you more in communion with your body at that point of time? And it did not matter what anyone else thought about you, but that one person, whatever they thought of you mattered, so you were willing to dress up the way they wanted you to. Right? Like I had the Mangal Sutra and the Sindoor and everything when I got married, and the chuda and the suits and everything, right? And it was that. So what if that one person is your body rather than another human or humanoid, whoever? What if that was your body?
Yeah.
What would be different? So what if you just ask for your body's validation of not even your body? I mean, validation would still be not be the right energy. But what if it was just that your body was telling you that this is what I'd like? Like I can tell you, I could not till about a couple of years ago wear shoes that are closed from the front. I had this point of view that I have to wear sandals or shoes that are open from the front. From the feet have to be open because my feet are too big, my toes are blah, and then I can't wear closed shoes. And now I have about 3 or 4 different pairs of shoes that are closed from the front. Right?
Wow.
I can walk comfortably with those. I did not even have to use specific questions to clear that. It's just that when you start to become more an allowance of your body of what it's asking for, it just tells you, you just know it, okay? It's not that it's going to come into your head that the body's saying this. You just know it. It's your gut feel, it's your intuition, whatever you want to call it, but you guys know it. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you have been using the tools all this while. It's just that you don't know you've been using it. And
Yeah.
now, if you were doing it with more presence, I wouldn't say more consciousness because you are conscious beings. You just choose to be unconscious at times. Right? Yeah. It's that you are conscious infinite beings. You know it. Like how these beautiful girls are saying that when we're dressing our bodies, they just know. So what is it that's so fun for you? That when you're doing it, you're in communion with your body as well. The body is contributing to you, but you just don't realize it. So every
That's one thing I would really.
yeah,
Sorry, continue.
yeah.
Sorry.
Go on.
No, this is if people would get a little more present with their body, would be so nice because there are times I have faced where I've had husbands coming and telling me, "Oh, thank you for making my wife look beautiful," but
Yeah.
the lady cannot receive. It's I don't know. I wish people would get more present with their body.
No, I remember you sharing that. What if you call the husbands to dress up their wives? I don't know. Does that make you money? Okay, you know what? You don't come. Send in your husband. And let them sign the checks.
Totally. I'm all right with that.
What would it take for you to receive that? And see, that's how you can make money. So, well, this is also what you're going to be doing a lot on these 6 calls. And there's going to be a WhatsApp group. I'm starting a WhatsApp group on 19th on Lose the Weight, Gain the Money. And every Wednesday, we're going to be meeting for 5 Wednesdays, except the last one, which is 23rd. That's a Sunday. And we're going to be exploring all of these points of views, using the tools of access, becoming aware of how you are using it already. So any awareness, guys, that you want to share right now that's shown up for you, that you have been using, that you haven't acknowledged, is totally welcome. Any other questions? I could still go on another 5-7 minutes, not a problem. But, well, what could change? If we were, and the weight is, we make the weight such an obsession that I have to lose the weight, I have to lose the weight, I have to lose the weight. What if it's not a wrongness? What if you letting go of all your points of views is what might change the weight? Or if it doesn't matter, because you get to be so much an allowance of your body and the weight is, because weight, what is that? Is that a reference point of how much you should weigh, of how much you should not weigh, of the size, the inches? It is a reference point. Whose body
Yeah.
are you idolizing? Whose body have you made the right, good, perfect body that you're now trying to measure up against? There's this new conversation of objectives and reference points that Access is now having. Might be exploring those, because we have this how much you should weigh and what measurement your chest, your bust, your waist, your butt should be, your arms, okay? Yeah, the arms, how much they should be. Um, where does that come from? Either from a reference point of what you were when you were younger, and does that solidify points of views of aging? and the objective of how much it should be. You set it as a goal. I have to become this much weight in this much time, and for that I'm going to do this diet or that diet or this exercise or that exercise. Body doesn't like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't like reference points. It doesn't like judgments. It doesn't like to be like you. And how do you run away from people who you're aware are judging you? Well, poor body cannot even run away from you when you're judging it the most. Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate all? Right? Well, for all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And what if you could let go of all of those objectives? And the reference points, I I recently received an email. I haven't even gone through it yet, but Brendan Watt says, which is like really clicked with me. He said, how many reference points are you using to hold on to the objectives? And how many objectives do you have that are holding on to the reference points? So none of them can go. And how much of that are you using to create the weight of judgment for your body? And here you are struggling to let go of the weight, but you won't let go of the judgments. So can the weight ever go? Or for that matter, even the points of view that you have about complexion, about height, about hair, about skin, about body parts, about health, about everything. Everything that is related to your body. And everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please, times about 7. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. So yeah, I think this is it. Anyone else want to share anything else? Whoa, okay, let's just look at the questions here. Okay, Wendy asked, what is the weird energy behind acne? Is it accentuate what you have? I wonder, what is it for you? What do you get? What are you aware of? Right? So let's explore that in the calls more, because that might take us into a conversation which is much deeper than we can cover here. So yeah, Wendy, just ask, what is it for you? What is it for me and the people that you're working with? What points of view do they have that is holding on to that? And so many times it's also about, your skin being allergic to something that you're not acknowledging. You might be allergic to people also, by the way. So who or what are you allergic to?
Yeah. Holy shit. Oh, we're a whole lot of people.
Everything that is. Okay, so thank you for that.
Allergic to stupidity, maybe?
Sorry?
Allergic to stupidity?
Yeah. And the body is just trying to give you information, The body is just trying to tell you, these people are stupid.
Yeah.
Get away. But we try to kind of make it wrongness, and we say, oh, this is my skin condition. This is the acne that I have, or this is the allergy that I have, or this is what it is. But we don't ask, okay, we don't say, all right, body, thank you for giving me this information. Cool. What would it take for us to change this? Can we change that? Okay, just get out of the house. Cool. Done. Over with. Or, okay, take this particular product, or drink this, or have that. Or it could be a kind of diet also. So it's not that it's saying don't do these diets, but sometimes, you just get information, like how I got information on exercise. Like I kept asking my body, where would you like to go? Because my body didn't want to go for exercise. Body hears exercise when you say exercise. Exorcise. You know what exorcise means? Exorcism. Yeah, throwing the being out of the body. So would your body want to do that? No, it loves you too much, even though you're being a stupid person sometimes. You're being a doo-doo head, you're being a judgmental asshole, but the body still loves you. So how much of the allowance that your body has for you could you now have for your body?
Yeah.
Everything that does not allow that, will you destroy and get off?
Yes.
Right, good, bad, pot, online shows, boys and beyond. So body has a lot of allowance for you, but you, my friends, will not have allowance for it. So how about being interesting point of view with it for a few months? Every point of view that you have about your body, interesting point of view at this point of view, interesting point of view at this point of view, interesting point of view at this point of view. Yes, Mandy, does that help? Right. So what else? Yeah, wait. Are you holding on to a relationship in your body? Is that something that came to me? Holding on to a relationship in your body, are you? Well, you could solidify a lot of points of views in your body. And we're going to be clearing that on the calls. A lot of that. So many points of views that you limit and And it's not only from this lifetime, okay? It could be from lifetimes before lifetimes before lifetimes. And probably that could also be the allergy. Like that person comes in front of you this lifetime, and you're suddenly allergic to him. Or her. So a lot of that, and yeah, it's about your awareness on what's really going on, where have you locked that into your body. Okay, we'll be doing that clearing too. Yeah, so Meena asks what questions can keep us in more allowance with our bodies. Yeah, one of the tools is interesting point of view, and being totally present with your body, being present with each and every thought that comes to you, asking, is this really mine? Is this entrainment? Is this something that somebody's projecting at me? Or is it my body just giving me information? Like so many times you feel tired, you feel lethargic, and you go into, oh, I'm so tired, I can't do this. Rather than, oh, body, who are you telling me is tired? Oh, cool, this person. Thank you for the information. Now, what energy, space, and consciousness can we be to be as energetic as we would like to be, to have total fun and ease with everything? And there you go, blah. But yeah, we kind of think we're very smart, but we solidify all of this and make us tired, make us heavy, make us. So, who or what are you taking the weight on for? And you know what? When you're doing all of this, are you excluding money from the equation? So that is another conversation that we're going to be having on the calls. If you guys feel light, you're free to join. It isn't very pricey either, because it's something that I'm going to be doing with you, a commitment that I have with my body too. We start on this Wednesday. If it's fun, join in. And what else is possible? And I'm so grateful for all of you who joined in, who asked me these questions. So grateful to Joan, to Puneet, and to Vandy too. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your awarenesses. And guys, don't go to these women for any of the things that we spoke about here. It just make you some money. You don't want the money, do you? Cool. So everything that is, will you destroy and create on? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, online shorts, boys and beyonds. I love you guys so much. Okay, one last comment here. There's judgment and anger that comes when I meet people not taking care of their health or body. The energy feels heavy. The reference points comes from looking at my parents and family. Prawley from Lifetimes. Prawley's family. Samantha. Right.
Probably.
Oh, probably. Oh, that's a new short form for a word. I haven't. Okay, probably. Right. So where have you decided that just because you're aware of people's bodies that they would want to change? And is that a superior point of view?
Sounds like one.
Yeah. So everything that is not allowing you, because when you get into those anger and upsets, is that a distraction or does that allow you to create?
Definitely a distractor implant.
Right. So what if you just acknowledge, oh, I have a capacity here with bodies. I'm aware of where people are not willing to change. So what if you just left a wedgie and walked off?
Sweet.
Oh, no, but don't do that. It might make your life easy. You like struggle, don't you? Everywhere you guys are locking the struggle in your body as weight. You're willing to let that go. Weight, judgment, conclusion, whatever. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poc, online shorts, boys and beyonds. And the last one, you said exercise means throwing being out of your body. Does not sound like to exercise. No, I said exercise for the body. It sounds like exorcise, which is EXORCISE. Body kind of doesn't hear it correctly, I think. Hey, sweet body. We're talking about exercise. I still don't like it. It sounds like exercise, and I'm not going to do it. Because it means that I have to throw you out of me. I'm not going to throw the being that is you out of the body. So that's what I said. The body loves you. So it will not want to exorcise, like throw out the being. So when you say I'm going to exercise, and how many of you, when you go for that exercise, actually force your body to do the kind of stuff that they ask you to do, not asking when to stop, not asking, am I done? So like so many times when you do an exercise, or when you go for whatever form of exercise you're going, does your body have a capacity to actually what is the word for it, use that exercise for the next 15-20 days or a month or maybe more, even when you're not exercising? No. Could that be? could you be using the energy that, say, supposing 15 days you exercise or a week you exercise and say, okay, body, let's use this for the next 20 days that I'm not exercising? How can we do that? No, but don't do that. Your body might have a capacity.
Too much fun.
Yeah, but you want to exercise. So what you got to ask is, body, what kind of movement would you like to do, not exercise? Right? Does that help? Natasha? So awesome. Everything that brought up for you guys, destroy and uncreate all. Everything that does not allow you to have fun with your body, destroy and uncreate all. Everything that does not allow you to be so present with your body, that everything is ease, that change is ease, that creation is ease, that money is ease. And whatever it is that losing the weight means to you so that you can go and find it again. Everything you lose, you try to find that again. And that was something that Renu told me some time ago, and that's I was like, no, I don't want to lose it. I could let it go with ease. Everything that is right, wrong, good, bad, for online shows, boys and beyond. So, well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much. I hope this call contributed to you. Use these tools if you like. And let me know if you want to sign up for the calls. I'll send you the link right away. Thank you, beautiful girls. I don't see any guys here, but all of you guys who listen to this conversation, love you too. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shweta.
Thanks, Vandy.
Bye.
Thank you.
I can't hear you, but bye.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
I'm going to be putting up this recording on the Showing Up group. Also on the Daily Veggies as probably a YouTube thing, probably. Or you could sign up for the email if you want the recordings. And I haven't been sending the emails a while, but now I'm going to. So if you want more updates, you could sign up for the email newsletter too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Shweta. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.